ho, 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 and a bottle of rum.
Right? No kidding. Love it.
So I had to go rum shopping today because I didn't have any.
What? What do you mean you didn't have any?
I didn't have any rum on my shelves, believe it or not. I thought I had a couple bottles of it, but I didn't. I know we did something with spice rum a couple months ago.
Yeah. So did you have friends over and they drank it?
I think I used small bottles and I think I used tasters.
Got it.
So I go to the first.
You don't drink that much rum anyway, so that's probably why you went that direction.
Speaking of rum, all right, what is the one rum drink? I know our show is three things that go with rum, but what is the one thing everybody thinks about with rum? We thought about when we were teenagers, and I said I ain't doing
rum and Coke.
Bingo, not doing a rum and Coke.
So the funny thing is that the rum and Coke, the first time I had it, I was 23 years old. I was in Acapulco.
Yeah, my
first real vacation. And so I was in Acapulco with the tour groups. I traveled by myself, and that was the drink of choice was the rum and Coke. So it's a Cuba Libre. With the Cuba Libre, it also has lime in it, and so they were calling it the Fidel Castro. And so the bartender at the resort knew that when we were asking for a Fidel Castro, we were asking for a rum and Coke with lime. And I ended up getting we did because it was a tour group. They did a thing in the main suite where everybody got invited, and so I had a rum and Coke, but it was that was strong stuff. And I was like, "Whoa, what did you just give me? This is strong." And it's like, "Oh, it's a rum and Coke." And so the one tour operator asked the other one, "Well, how many fingers did you give her?" And he says, 2, the top 2. So it was like this much rum and a little bit of Coke. So it was strong. I'm like, okay, we need to balance this out because that was a little much. I've been peeling shrimp and messing with the lobster tail. So my hands are very seafood-esque right now. So I'm gonna.
And I didn't do shrimp or lobster either.
Did you do fish?
I did. I actually found a steelhead trout.
Oh.
Baked it in the oven, 390 degrees with a little bit of salt, pepper. 375, 90 are for 20 minutes. And then I have these salmon patties that we keep finding over at Kroger that I love. Usually I would fry them up, put them on a bun and eat them, but I'm like, I'm just going to cook that in the oven as well today for 20 minutes. And I just turned it on side. So, I mean, here's the pieces of the salmon. It's like a salmon patty, almost like a salmon burger.
Yeah.
Which I love them. They're great.
So there's a couple of Well, I did do my lobster tail.
Yeah.
There's my lobster tail.
Oh man.
And then the other thing I was going to do, I was in Cascade Locks, which has this one place that makes really good ceviche. They also have candied salmon. They have all sorts of deliciousness. I was right there because I ran in front of it. I downgraded from a half marathon to a 10K, came in third in my age group. My ankle had been bugging me, and in the morning it was just sore. And when I was even warming up, I was like, how am I going to have to walk this? I was fine. So I came in third. But I ran in front of this place. Love it. Completely forgot. So I was going to get ceviche at Kroger, and I went, you know what? I'll go to a Mexican place. They didn't have any. And so I said, you know what? So I didn't know that I was going to like a Kroger made ceviche. So I went without. So instead, I decided to go with salad. And I made my own. I had shrimp at home, so I added some shrimp with.
I was going to do a seafood salad. I really thought about it. I did.
Yeah. I didn't even think about fish. That wasn't even on the radar. When you are cooking lobster tail, make sure that it is 1 minute per ounce. Let me see if I can get a good picture of it because it keeps moving on me. I did cut the bottom as I was trying to get it to cook evenly, and Let me see if I can get it to stay. Okay. And now, of course, colors are coming off, and I'm going to get a picture here. So with my rum, I do have multiple rums because I had bought a couple of Diplomatico. So I still have that. And the last time I was using the white one. So, and then I had other people taste it. So I have plenty of the dark and very little of the white. I also, for some reason, had a bottle of Malibu Caribbean rum with coconut liqueur in it.
And then everybody have that in their bar?
Right, I think so. And then Kraken, the black spiced rum. This is very yum. It's for the price point, it's really good. So I did grab this one. And then something else that I bought that I normally would not buy, but I got it in an estate sale and it was dirt cheap. And I haven't touched it since I bought it. Spiced rum. Yes, it already came like that. It was only like $3. So I got it. And I've not touched it. So go figure. But I thought for today, it would be the Diplomáticos.
Yeah.
Or the Kraken. So.
Well, you know, when I was at the store today, I was looking at the Kraken, but they had spices, and I want to get white rums today to do mine. Does Kraken make a white rum, or are they only spiced rums?
They only have a spice, and they also have a coffee one. It was like an espresso, so it's dark, it's rich, it's like whoo. And so this one's good. They do not have a white. It's supposed to look like the color of the ink from the octopus. So they only make it. It's 94 proof. Release the Kraken. Okay, let me see if I can get a picture without my computer doing anything funky.
So the first thing I did was, so I have two different rums while she's getting the picture ready. Is this one here? I've never heard of it.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
But it is from it was a rum from Cuba.
Okay.
Moctezuma. Anyway,
Moctezuma's. It's not Moctezuma like Moctezuma's Revenge.
Matusalem.
Put it back up again. Let me look. I think it's Moctezuma's. Up so I can. Matusalem. Okay, let me get it. Hold on.
All right, we're gonna take a picture of this one because we're trying this out. I've never had it.
Matusalem. Okay.
Yeah. And then I've heard the story behind the creator of this one here once before, but it was a coconut version I got of it. Okay. This is just a plain white rum, blue Chair Bay. I want to say it's Kenny Chesney. Okay. This is Kenny Chesney Company.
Okay.
This Nashville singer, and I want to say we had it with like a coconut one or something like that, which I didn't have any coconut, which I was shocked I didn't do that. My three mixtures I was going to do tonight was one I'm going to do with pineapple juice. Okay. All right. I still have the strawberry daiquiri mix, which I'm going to try probably first.
Yeah.
And then I have the, you know what I mean? Last week I was really blown away with the Q sparkling, the sparkling water. But I went with a try was just, I have just regular seltzer water and just.
Yes, I brought out my light tonic water and my premium ginger beer were the two that I brought out. Also lemon juice. And I did grab coconut water with pineapple in it.
I think I have coconut water out there, but I didn't bring any in for the show. But I thought about that. But I'm like, nah, I want to do seltzery stuff.
So then I ended up with Vita Coco coconut juice with pina colada. Mm-hmm. So I thought, you know what? This is going to be my go-to. I'm going to try it with the Kraken. You know, I think the spiced rum would taste good with it. So I'm going to try that one. And of course, today I was running around. It was just one of those days, Mondays. And so my ice is here. I had to run home because I had seafood stuff and I just don't do this. And the lobster tail needed to be cooked. And so I'm like, I am not dealing with this at the office. So I had to, after all my appointments, had to go back to the office, grab all my stuff, including the rum that I had taken to the office and brought it back home. So here we are. So I'm like grabbing my fork and my knife and my ice, all the things that I hadn't grabbed. I'm like grabbing them now. So, and my glasses, I didn't grab any of my glasses. I'm like, I'm a mess.
Well, I want to address that with glasses tonight. I'm about to order I have quite a bit of these small glasses, but they're very inexpensive, so they break very easily. And I think I'm down to about 4, so I'm about to order another set.
Okay.
But I like drinking things out of a glass. I won't drink things. I don't like drinking things out of plastic.
Right. Yeah, I'm the same way.
I do have some plastic things that we get from when we go to the one theater. They give us plastic with seal caps.
Oh yeah, yeah, you have to.
And basically, if I'm going out to mow the lawn and I want to take a, and have a drink into it, I'll put it in the plastic cup rather than putting a glass on my mower.
Right.
Because I'll end up cutting a tire or something if it falls. But the plastic I can put on there, put a mixed drink in, and I've done that where I've mixed some of my iced tea and added some moonshine or something to it, and driven around the tractor and just taking sips all day long. But this is my second mixture. All right, now I've got this strawberry daiquiri mix, which I think I bought all the way back when we did our first 3 things that go with on moonshine, and it was a strawberry daiquiri mix. And I'm going to tell you guys, I'm not a fan.
Not with rum.
I think I put too much rum versus I probably am going to double the size here and try it again. But my mixture is 1-to-1, and I think it's supposed to be 2-to-1.
Yeah. Usually with those, I would say 2-to-1. So what I'm going to start with is that I poured the Kraken and I poured the Diplomatico. The Kraken is definitely darker than the Diplomatico. So this is like caramely. This is like more like coffee-esque, just the colors. Oh, right there. You can kind of see the difference right there.
Yeah.
You can see the difference right there.
The other one's got the coffee look.
Yes. So, and that's not even their darkest. The other one that does have coffee in it. Okay. They smell a little different. This one, the Diplomatico, has more vanilla in there. Yeah, there's some caramel, vanilla, bit of spices. This one, the Kraken, this one's there's some vanilla in there, but it's a little bit stronger in the smell of it. I can definitely smell the spices. So I'm gonna start with Diplomatico. Just a little taste, and then.
Okay, changes the whole game up, but I'm still not interested in. I'd rather drink rum by itself.
Right. Ooh.
All right, and that's the strawberry daiquiri. So we're gonna put that aside. I did.
Ooh, okay. So this one definitely has more of a strong punch in there.
Yeah.
So this one. So what I did is that I pulled out my first city. This is from Trail Distilling. This is that country creme liqueur. And I thought this with the Kraken would go very well, is my thought, just based on just tasting it. It's got all those spices are right there. They're just like, boom. That one, the Kraken can hold its own. So if you want something that has a little bit bigger punch that is going to pair well with something a little bit stronger, like if you're having a steak, a dark rum goes well. This Kraken can stand up to a delicious steak. It can stand up to tuna. But if you're going to have a white fish, if you're going to have scallops, if you're going to have lobster, then I would say do something like a white. Even the Diplomatico, their dark is not bad. This one you can probably do tuna with this one. You can do salmon. You can do shrimp, even lobster. I think it'll do well. This one's even though it's got those spices, it's a little bit more mellow.
I'm going to say this, though. The rum goes better with a steelhead trout than it does with salmon.
Okay. Well, I'm going to try these two.
And I think it's because the salmon is a northeastern or northwest fish, as opposed to most rums, you're thinking Caribbean and South.
Yes.
So you would think probably a good Caribbean or good Gulf shrimp, maybe.
Right.
Good, good Australian lobsters. Probably go with it a lot better than salmon, which is going to be. I can't remember what was it I had a couple weeks ago that I had the salmon with that I thought was great.
Yeah, we talked about the salmon out here in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah.
Okay, not too bad actually. The Kraken goes well with the shrimp. My shrimp salad.
Yeah. Okay. She's gonna run the water in the background, so you're a rumbling in the background. It's the water in the tub behind me. Next thing I'm gonna try it with is the old favorite that I know everybody would mix with rum.
Dr. Pepper.
Pineapple juice.
Oh yes.
Either pineapple
Absolutely.
juice or really the other thing would be the coconut. All right, and your pina colada, which
Yeah. I'm gonna pour a little bit of the cream in here.
I'm gonna do 2 ice cubes in every one I do, and
I'm gonna leave this for last just because it's gonna be a little bit on the sweeter side. So I'm just making just a little bit. So I'm gonna leave that one sit for a bit. But what I do want to try is this one, which is the Vita coconut. I'm gonna put some ice in here because this one I did get it today, so it's at room temperature, and that's not good enough. Oh, I love the pulp in there. Oh, look at those, look at all those pieces of coconut that are in there. I love that. See, they're floaties. Love it, love it. Okay, so I'm gonna taste it just by itself.
I don't know about the rum, but I'm gonna tell you, like I picked up, I found this in one of the bins at Kroger yesterday, the day before we went grocery shopping. Is this pieces of steelhead trout?
Okay.
Guys, oh my god! And it was literally on sale. It was on markdown. Like had been there. It was second day.
Okay.
And I literally grabbed it and brought it home and stuck it in the freezer. And then I pulled it out probably around noon today out of the freezer to start thawing, knowing I was going to cook it at 6 p.m. I'm going to tell you, it is a dynamite piece of freaking fish. Oh, it just flakes.
Mm.
It looks like salmon, but it's steelhead trout.
This is very refreshing. It goes great with my shrimp.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try my lobster tail because I haven't touched my lobster tail. That just looks
pineapple
beautiful.
juice mixes well with rum.
Yeah. So what I did with the lobster tail is that I just smothered it with butter as soon as it was cooked, and I put a lot of. They say when you cook a lobster tail, if you're putting it stovetop in water, make sure that you put like a lot of salt, as though it's in the ocean. So you are overly putting like tons of salt in there. Then I added butter and a little bit of my mixed seasoning. Oh, wow. Wow. Well, it does go well here. I'm going to try it just by itself with the Diplomatico. Not the light, but the darker one.
The only thing that I would think would make this pineapple juice and rum better if it was frozen, put in a blender and blended. I think that would add to the taste, which I didn't do. I was just adding with ice cubes, stirring. Not really a shake. I probably should put it in a shaker and try it. I'll bet you that would enhance that flavor a bit.
I think so, because it's going to really mix it. Right. So I got a little bit of the Kraken, and I'm going to try my lobster.
Of course, I've always got extra. Every podcast I have extra ice cubes in here. I always bring a bowl of ice cubes in. And half the time I never use them.
Right. And today that you're using all of them?
Today I'll use all of them. But let me click the silent while I do some shaking here, guys.
So, again, my lobster with that salt water came out super yum. And then I added unsalted butter because the butter is just going to give it that flavor without salting it even more. So it tastes like it's got that nice, fresh ocean taste to it.
All right.
Ooh, okay. So
look at the difference in that.
Yeah, that looks pretty.
There's no ice in here. The ice is still all in there.
All right, let me get a picture of that because that looks gorgeous. I love that.
Look at that, baby.
Great.
Can you get a taste to it now?
The Kraken enhanced my lobster. The Diplomatico just went beautifully with it. It was a nice enhancement, but with the Kraken went boom. I think if I would have added pepper to this lobster tail, the Kraken would have just pulled out the pepper and given it a spice.
I want to be sitting on a freaking boat. Drinking this, I want to be sitting on a boat. Maybe, I don't have any crab, but probably cracking some crab.
Mm.
Oh, this is good.
Now I'm going to try it with...
But I remember I said I probably would have liked it better had I put it frozen. But what all I did was shaken up, it changes the whole dynamics of the drink.
So with the coconut water, it goes well. I still think that my lobster tasted the best with the Kraken.
Yeah.
That's where it went the best. This is very refreshing. I thoroughly am enjoying this. But when it came to my lobster tail, I think the Kraken goes better. This goes better with my shrimp salad. And I think it's because I use the Diplomatico and it's a little bit more mellow. And the delicate portion of the shrimp. Mm. And this is cabbage salad with the pepitas, which is the pumpkin seed that have been cooked on the on a dry skillet, and this avocado dressing. It's Braga Farms avocado goddess.
Mm.
Mm. Okay.
Everything I had planned for tonight's episode was wrong. I had to tweak. I tweaked it on air. And I've learned something tonight.
Okay.
And that is, number one, I love salmon. All right. I'll do salmon raw. I'll do salmon in sushi. I'll do salmon, all right, in my salmon patties. I love salmon, salt, pepper, cook it with any oil in a frying pan. That's the way I like salmon, right? Tonight, I'm digging this steelhead trout, which I thought, I'm not like growing up, I had all kinds of different trout. Was not a big fish fan, but trout and pike was a lot we got in the Northeast. And they were too fishy for me.
Okay.
So I kind of didn't, what I mean? Even salmon was too fishy if you do it wrong.
Right.
It really is, But I thought I was going to take my drink, put ice cubes into it, just stir. My handy dandy stir spoon.
Right.
I put it in the mixer, and I'm telling you right now, shaking it up like I shake my martinis.
Made a difference.
A million times different in taste. Totally, totally different spectrum in taste. And we all know how well pineapple juice goes with a lot of things. Like I've had pineapple juice with my mimosas. I've had pineapple juice with tequila. I've had pineapple juice with vodka. Totally different tonight.
Nice. Well, I did look up, and what popped up was Captain Morgan. I was in another website. Mm-hmm. It went away, but I had Captain Morgan. So some of the things that you can mix with a spiced rum.
Yeah.
Your berry smash punch. So it's a punch. The other one is the daiquiri. So that's another one. And of course, your spiced rum with cola. Spiced rum in ginger ale. And just to squeeze a lime in there, you're good. Pineapple. Spiced rum and pineapple juice, which is absolutely delicious. The cauldron, because it's perfect for adventure. It's a cauldron. It's your spiced rum. I'd have to look up the recipe. It doesn't give it to me. A candy shot, a spicy watermelon shot that brings the taste of spring break at a South Padre Island bar right to your mouth everywhere you are. Baby. And it's literally a little shot.
Yeah.
And then you also have your Captain Rules, Arizona Cardinals. So I guess that's for the Cardinals. Pina colada. This is the closest I'm going to be getting to a pina colada today. It's the Vita Coco and Coconut Island water. Vita Coco pressed, and now it's your chance. So the funny thing is, I do have the Vita Coco pressed right here. I happen to get the one that also has pineapple because I really like it. So this and spiced rum, that's all you need. Ice. Gotta have the ice. You can't go without ice. So that's your Coconut Island water, a coconut spritz. And then you have your Cowboy Cooler. This one I think has blue curacao in it. Frozen Captain Colada, which is what you would have liked. Don't ask me what a painkiller is. It's like jungle juice. Frozen Strawberry Daiquiri, which is what you tried, but you did not like it.
I did not. Wait a minute. I didn't freeze it. So I guarantee you a different taste would happen had I put it into a blender with some ice.
Ah, yes.
I think it would have. Again, this is where taste changes how you make the drink.
It does. And then how you have it, hot or cold. So hot buttered rum. We're not going to have it now. It's too darn hot outside. But come fall, winter, hot buttered rum. Oh, yeah. Hot cocoa. So I'm not going to have cocoa right now, but I do have my abuelitas up here, and I will have that. And hot toddy. Again, these are all winter drinks. But there's plenty of options that you can do. You can also mix lemonade. You can do just sparkling water. You can do tonic water.
Well, I mean, I added sparkling water to my first drink.
Yeah,
just my sparkling water.
Yep.
And I always keep the. By the way, it was something we talked about back to our very first episode. Always keep a thing of water. I like sparkling water. So always keep a water there to go between your drinks if you're tasting, because you want to clear the palate. So, I mean, I always have water. I usually have sparkling water on when we do the podcast so that I can refresh my palate before I go on to the next drink.
You can have a Mai Tai, a mojito. You muddle the lime, muddle the mint. I have very little mint. That's why I didn't even try it. Lime juice in there. And then you put some, oh my goodness, simple syrup.
Yeah.
I had to look at it for me to remember. And your light rum. Oh my goodness, absolutely delicious with your soda water in there. And then you can add a slice of pineapple and some mint, and it'll look beautiful. So mojito. One of the times I was at a Cuban restaurant way back when. It's no longer there. And I won't even tell you. That was, oh my goodness. Had food poisoning from a smothered chicken that both my girlfriend and I, that we were there. We split the chicken. We both were so deadly sick that night. We had a mojito. They had this press. They put the sugar cane in to get all the sugar cane out to make their mojitos. Absolutely delicious mojito. We had one more drink, and we had been out for like 4 hours. We had 2 drinks in 4 hours. And then we both went home, and we were both deadly sick. About a month later, we both find out that we were both sick. And the only thing that we shared that was the drinks were the same, also what we drank, but it was the food. That place did not last very long. It was in Pasadena. Oh my goodness.
My brother-in-law has a theory. This is my brother-in-law, Howard, who does not taste the drink for taste.
Okay.
He tastes the drink for alcohol content.
Okay.
Just saying. Let's clarify what Howard is. I love my brother-in-law, but yeah. He has a theory that alcohol will disinfect and clear everything out. Yeah, it doesn't work that way, brother. Again, I love him. He's my brother-in-law, okay? But we all know what brother-in-laws mean.
Yeah, I wish that were true. When you have chicken that's gone bad, it's gone bad.
Yeah.
And of course, because it was a
it's not
chicken,
going to cure that chicken.
Well, that smother. Did you ever see that Seinfeld episode where George's dad, he was like just all freaked out because he made everybody sick because he was trying to save the chicken and everybody got sick. It was like, it was just a thing. So, no, I am so particular about chicken. Beef, pork, not so much. Chicken, I am like, if there's anything that doesn't smell absolutely right, Nope, I'm done. If I taste something, it's like, nope, I will spit it out. Even if I'm at a fine dining establishment, I will get the napkin. I will discreetly spit it out. I will not swallow because that is going to make me sick. I remember one
funny you
time.
say that because my wife has she has a coworker who's allergic to chicken, which I've never heard that. Literally, chicken will make her blow up and have all kinds
Wow.
of problems. And it's like, again, my daughter's allergic to seafood, so like tonight's episode, I had to clear it, cook everything, and I have to go out and clean it all because my daughter can't touch it tonight because it's seafood. However, all right, you know what I mean. The chicken one really gets me. It's one of her. I know the lady; she's a great friend of ours. Just can't do chicken.
Wow.
But you have a point when you go out to a restaurant. Like I go on. So this week, what we did. So our adventure this week. My wife and I. Last week on Tuesday, we left here. Was it Tuesday? I'm gonna go. Hold on. I'm gonna go back and look at today. I look at the calendar because my life's been so full. I forget where I'm at and what I'm doing anymore. Last Tuesday after the show, my wife and I hopped on a train and took a train ride to San Antonio.
No fun.
And then we hung around on the Riverwalk for a day. And on Thursday morning, got on at 6:50 a.m. Got on a train in San Antonio to come back home. That was our adventure. But I recall, no matter what, I don't know whether it was what I ate Wednesday night or right, because I had seafood at a Joe's Crab Shack. Yeah, as to whether it was good or not. I remember on the train right about lunchtime having to make a beeline from the dining car, to the bathroom.
Oh, no fun.
Yeah, and
There used to be a Joe's Crab Shack on the waterfront on the Columbia River on the Vancouver side.
No.
They closed that years ago. It is Who's Song and Larry's now.
Yes.
So it's kind of it's Mexican, but it's kind of a
we were shocked at how many Joe's Crab Shacks are left. A lot of them are gone. And the reason we ate there is because my mom really didn't want Mexican. And like, you're on a San Antonio Riverwalk, you got to have Mexican food.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just one of those times you got to have it. We did a couple different variations because we only had one day there, right? It was me, my mom, and my wife. We only had one day there. So we tried to balance out what we were going to do in an 8 to 9 hour period on the Riverwalk.
Right.
So I just tried two different rums. So again, I tried first the Blue Chair Bay, which is the Kenny Chesney wine. Now I'm going to try this one just by itself, ladies and gentlemen. Just a little bit, tasting the difference between the two to see, because it's the only two I have. I don't have any Kraken. I don't have any spiced rums, which I normally have in the house. I just don't. I don't know why. It's just because I don't drink it.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't usually drink. I'll drink my whiskeys. I'll drink gin. Mind you, I'm not even a gin drinker, and yet gin has been my go-to lately. It's been I think it's what type of gin I've been drinking that's been good. Vodka, muddled lemon, soda water, yum. Whiskey,
I'll go
bourbon.
through 3 bottles of vodka for every 3 bottles of vodka for every bottle of gin in our house. My mom drinks the gin.
And but the rum, I don't drink rum. Tequila, I will drink more tequila than rum.
I'll probably go through 6 bottles of vodka for every bottle of tequila I touch. Not drink, touch.
Right.
All right, it's just not. But I mean, I love a tequila.
Right.
I would, just like this rum, like I'm sipping right now, I would put tequila in there and drink it by itself, the right tequila.
Right.
All right, a bad tequila, not interested. And there's a lot of cheap tequilas out there.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Vodkas, there's a lot of cheap rums. This show ain't about them, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
I really like this, so I will have to give Vita Coco coconut juice a thumbs up. Absolutely delicious.
I'm not sure a mixer, but by itself, this rum tastes. It's got a lot more robustness to it. like it envelops your mouth while you're tasting it.
Right.
You know what I mean by that when you're trying to taste it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I can't say that the flavor is any different. Just this one here punches up the volume in your mouth.
Yeah, kind of like the Kraken.
Yeah.
The Kraken and the lobster just wow. I mean, even with the liqueur, it's good, but by itself, it's even better. So dessert.
All right. Now I'm going to do my last thing, which was my Q sparkling grapefruit.
Okay.
Again, now Gladys doesn't do grapefruit. I love grapefruit. And if you have seen, I've done grapefruit juice and a mule a million times.
This is yum. I've made a mess.
I'm going to add just a touch of the rum. I'm going to do a stir and taste it, but if I don't like it, I'm going to put it in the mixer and run and
I will say the Kraken with the First City country cream.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
would be a good one. Yeah.
That's going to be absolutely need to do in the future again. That's going to come into play in the future. Absolutely.
All right. Maybe it's just because I like grapefruit juice. But again, the rum does the same thing. And hold on. I'm going to pour that whole mixture in there so I don't mix it. Because it's a seltzer, and I hate to do this with a seltzer, but I'm going to do it. I know it's going to foam all over my mix. But sorry, guys.
Shake, shake, shake.
And I'm not doing too much because it's seltzer. And a seltzer will burst on you. It throws off extra gases, so you know. So immediate action is required. All right. So there's a political text just came over my phone.
Well, there's a lot of things going on in Texas right now, and
yeah, the Democrats are being idiots, and the Republicans are trying to fight back.
I heard there was
be a man, show up and do your job.
Yeah, there was like 6. I don't know who they were, what political party, but I heard something about going to New York. I was listening to OPB from one meeting to the next, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to step away from that, and I'm focused on the podcast. And I said, later, I'll deal with it later. Oh, so lemon is another thing you can put on your lobster, which will taste absolutely delicious. I am still enjoying this lobster. I'm like savoring it. I'm like, a little bit of Kraken. Those flavors. So next time you're at a place so you can get a lobster tail, ask for a Kraken in a pretty glass.
Yep.
Add a cube of ice if you'd like. I'm having it neat. No ice, no nothing, just by itself. And then just put butter on your lobster tail, cut it up, savor your lobster, all those flavors in the butter, then take a sip of your Kraken and just thoroughly enjoy it. It is absolutely delicious. You will not be sorry. So that's all I got to say about that. And it was so funny. So
and that's all I got to say about that.
Right? So when I got the lobster tail, she got the biggest one, and then there was, oh my goodness, there's this because they eat seaweed. And I said, leave it. I'll get you a new one. People freak out. I said, it gets cleaned out. That's what I do. It's okay. She's all freaked out, making sure I was taken care of. So I do appreciate that. But at the same time, just like shrimp, you clean it. So that's one thing when you're cutting the top of the lobster tail, you will sometimes find, like you do in shrimp, that's their GI tract. Clean it out before you cook it. Get your hands dirty. If you don't want to do it, go to a restaurant, have your lobster tail, have your shrimp, and then order your Kraken or your Diplomatico. Again, that is Diplomatico. The guy with the face on there.
Mm-hmm.
Dark rum blended to perfection, 40% alcohol by volume. The Kraken is 94% proof. I don't know if they give me the alcohol by volume. Let me see. 47% alcohol by volume. So the Diplomatico is 40%. Kraken is 47%. The light one, which I didn't even touch today, this one is 47% also alcohol by volume. There's so little left that I didn't want to deal with it, but I think the white rum would also go very well. But because I wanted a little bit more depth, that's why I went with the Diplomatico with here. And then I went First City with Kraken. But I will tell you, both Kraken and Diplomatico can stand on their own. Neat or with 1 or 2 ice cubes. It is so funny when I have, when I asked for a couple of ice cubes, and the bartender's all, they're small. And I said, yeah, I know. I just need to open up the alcohol. I just need a little bit of chill in there. I don't need it to overpower what I want to drink. It's okay to ask for what you want. And it's funny when you're asking for what you want. I love it when the bartender will let you know when they can't do it. I asked the bartender, do you have a big cube? He says, yo, you're going to be disappointed. Just get a beer or get something else. And I'm like, okay. Honesty, love it. He's going to be tipped for that. Because had he made me a bad old fashioned, I would have been, I'm not coming back here. But because he did what he did, guess what? Cute little bar. I'll go back there. Next time I'm in that area. I haven't been in that area in like 2 years, but that's okay. I talk about him all the time because that's what a bartender should do. Let you know what's what. So.
Well, I thought about that with us on the podcast and talking about different ventures and different businesses out there, not realizing how much they affect the world by their actions. Today, excuse me.
Oh, I get clients after I told them, do this, stay with your group plan. I'll take care of you 3 months from now or next year.
Yeah.
They look at me like, are you serious? When they look at the numbers, they know I'm not kidding. I had somebody today said, I think you were right. We're going to keep it. Do you agree? And I said, absolutely. Get on my calendar for November. We'll take care of you for 2026. There's nothing wrong with giving up business for 3-4 months.
Yeah.
They're going to refer business to me because I took care of them for the rest of this year for their pocketbook. Look at the numbers. I always tell them, look at the numbers. And when it comes to insurance, at least health insurance, the numbers are the numbers. It's based on the XYZs, your age. It's who do you want to work with? And if I take care of them now, guess what? They're going to work with me later.
Yeah. If you remember the small liquor store that introduced me to the Lalo tequila.
Yeah.
They fired that gentleman.
What?
Yeah, they fired the gentleman who introduced it. I mean, this guy was a huge thing. He would always give us information on it. So I go down there today because it is the closest liquor store to my house.
Right.
I go down there today to get a bottle of rum.
Uh-huh.
And drive all the way down there, and sure enough, they're closed. Sign on the door. I'm sorry, I have to go someplace for a couple minutes. Whoever the new replacement is, right? Like, you are going to get mentioned on a national podcast tonight because of the fact that, downtown liquor store in Little Elm, Texas, because you had to stop and go to the bathroom for 5 minutes or something.
Whatever. That happened to me at the dollar store. This was like 3, maybe 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I was about to go in. They're like, oh, I'm sorry. I have to close for half an hour. I was like, wait, what?
Wait, what?
They're like, yeah, come back in half an hour. I have to take a break. I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming back in half an hour. He closed. So I went to the Rite Aid, got what I needed. Still got a great deal. use my coupons, what have you. I'm
You
like, dude, you lost so much business because multiple people went. Because as I was walking away, other people are walking up. And then when I came back, because it took me like 10 minutes to do what I needed to do, I was not going to wait half an hour to wait for the dollar store. For $1.25, I was probably going to spend $4, maybe $5. I ended up spending maybe $7 at Rite Aid for what I needed. And it got taken care of in 10 minutes and I was out the door. I'm like, dude, you're losing business. That was just me. Imagine all the other people that came up.
Most people do not sit there and calculate the fact that, well, it's one sale of $13.
It adds up.
Is it? In today's, Gladys and I are not influencers, but in today's influencer society, that person you closed the door on
will tell 10 people.
Could very much be the person who could tell 100 people in your community and you'd be out of business. And again, the guy they got rid of, Adam, was their greatest asset to me because Adam used to always go, oh, you have a podcast? Let me help you. I had to go the opposite direction to a different store, a different liquor store. And of course, that guy who barely speaks English, oh, is this for your podcast? Let me help you. Jumps to help me. All right, his Fossil Liquors is his name. All right, he's going towards Denton. He literally walks me back through the rum aisle. I'm like, man, I don't like your rum selection. Well, come on, let me walk through this with you. Let me help you find something. Not let me come sell you on a rum.
Right.
No, let me help you find the difference between the rums. And this guy does not know alcohols, but he knew that I'm an important customer. Why? Because I'm one customer. All right. And he was helping the next guy after me the same way. And that, ladies and gentlemen, you never know helping that one customer where it leads.
I will tell you, I will drive to Stafford Liquor, which is 3.5 miles away, when I could drive 1.5 miles away.
Yeah.
Why? Because Stafford Liquor takes care of me every time. They're very knowledgeable. I walk in, they greet me. Some of them know me. I actually do know the owners. I knew the owners before they had that liquor store, when they were in the small liquor store, before they moved to the big liquor store, before they bought the other liquor store process. But their people know their stuff. And when I ask for a recommendation, if the one guy doesn't know, he will pass it on to either the girl or the guy that does know. They will answer my questions. They will give me feedback. I will say this or that. And then they'll go, not my type of alcohol, but this one's popular. And it's like, do I want to go with the popular one or do I want to go with, something else? It's like, does anybody know about this? Like, oh, well, let me ask so-and-so. And sometimes they will ask the other person, hey, XYZ.
Yeah.
I was looking for something and he's all, hey, so XYZ. He's all, I got it. Went, took care of it. Done.
Well, I mean, I asked for tequila over a year ago. The Lalo tequila was over a year ago. And that gentleman, I just said, well, I'm looking for different tequilas. Now I have 6 or 7 different mezcals and stuff. Bought a Lalo right up here because that man took a day out and said, have you tried this? Have you tried this? And I'm hooked on it. I love it. It's my favorite tequila now.
Yeah, my brother liked it too. I had him taste it when I was down in California.
And you may think that it's just a job at a liquor store.
You're special.
Every customer that walks in your door, no matter what your business is a potential lifetime customer.
Because of you.
And worth millions.
Because of you. And they will tell your name to others out there.
Yeah, that's right. So
yeah, there's some brands that I'm like, we'll never talk about them. Ever. I might not badmouth them. I just won't mention them.
Well, I find it interesting that there's a guy who I'm connected to on Facebook, and I've had a one-on-one conversation with him, and I've said, dude, I'm not a fan of yours, but we're friends, right? And he goes, okay, I'm cool. Like, he wasn't trying to he didn't even sit there and try to convince me. He goes, okay, I'm cool with that, right? This morning, put a thing up on his Facebook. Hey, man, I'm looking for sponsors for these events. You interested? So I typed in, I said, yeah, tell me about the Dallas one. And he had a picture of, in another post, he had a picture of him, and he's a big Trump fan. He does an awful lot of stuff with Trump. So, but he put a picture of him and Bill Clinton up. And I could read through some of the comments where he's like, well, I'm testing the waters. And I want, you know what I mean? Hey, I wasn't a fan of Bill Clinton, but hey, man, I respect the man. He was our president, right? And of course, he liked that because he understands me, because I told him before, I'm not a fan of his, but I respect him.
There's a difference.
Difference, ladies and gentlemen. I will never disrespect this gentleman because he has earned everything that he has done. I may not agree with his ways. I may think he's different in business. I may think, all right, but I'm not going to label him. Why? Because he's respected in his community and he's earned that respect.
Yeah, and there's a difference. People don't have to agree with you, but they can still respect you as a business owner, as whatever it is you are, a leader in your community. And that's, I think that's what Tim and I want to be. We don't have to be liked by everybody, but if we can be respected in our lane for the way we run our business, and we're not going to get all the clients. And there's, I told somebody a week ago, I said, oh yeah, I can connect you here, here, and there. He goes, oh no, I want this. And I said, oh, you want the big dogs? And I said, dude, those big dogs don't talk to people like you and me. They don't. I said, if you get an ear of somebody in that organization, I said, they will take what you give them and they will go to their people and say, can you do this for me? And they're going to do it over there if they like it. I said, they will not talk to us. I said, I'm not saying don't do it, but I am telling you, been there, done that. When I got into a bigger organization, they started listening to me because I had the backing. Mm-hmm. I'm an independent insurance broker. If I get the right person, they might listen to me. Will they go with me? No. Can I service them? Absolutely. I got the backing. I got people, but they don't see me as this conglomerate. And so therefore, they're not going to give me the business. They might like me, but that's not who they're going to go with. And it's like, dude, you're one person, you're one financial planner with such and such. Do you have the backing? They're probably going to think you don't, and they're not going to give you the time of day. I'm not saying don't go after it, but I'm saying don't be disappointed when you're spinning your wheels. So we do what we can. We take care of people, but not everybody's going to respond to us, and that's okay. That's why we have the people that we serve. And those are the ones that will stay with us because they love us. And if we can't serve them at some point, we will make sure that we find somebody else that takes care of them as well, if not better than we do.
That's right.
Because we love our clients. Our clients are like right here.
Yep. Speaking of clients, did you know, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of people doing podcasts out there and a lot of people doing drinking podcasts. And a lot of them are trying to find out how many followers they can get. I'd love it if we got 1 million followers. I really would. I'd love it. But Gladys and I did not start this to get 1 million followers. However, it would be nice. It really would.
Yep.
It really would. But that's not why we do this. We do this because we love tasting foods. We love tasting alcohols. And we make this a unique tasting experience every week.
We do.
Every week we make it a unique tasting experience. Not just, hey, I'm drinking this whiskey this week. No, it's a unique experience. Mm-hmm. You will never get 2 episodes that are the same because we're always tasting and playing with different things. However, our businesses pay the bills around here. All right. That's the only way we could do it is basically both of us are business owners. We pay the bills. All right. Some unique things we want to do with this podcast. We want to have a VIP club. We want to go on events and do great tasting events with you guys. All right. And there's rules we have to follow on that because it's alcohol involved. So number one, all right, we'd ask that you go to our website, likethewayyouDrink.com. All right. And sign up for what's called our VIP Insiders Club. All right. We're going to do events with those people in the Insiders Club because they're over 21.
And there's some of them are coming up because I'm going to be in Dallas.
Yes. We're going to do something very unique in the next 2 weeks while Gladys is in Dallas. We're actually going to be in the same town for the first time, I think, in 3 years. We see each other every week, but we're never, ever in the same town. Anyway, but we're going to do something unique, and you know, be great guys if you're here. So go to likethewayyouDrink.com and join our Insiders Club, which is an Insider VIP club. Yes, it's an email list, but it is designed for those people who want to do stuff with us, and you have to be over 21 to be on that list. So different rules apply. Second, let me just do a shout out to our businesses. I've got 2 commercials I can play, Gladys, or you want to do
I think the commercials will be fine. I don't have my book. I'm like, it's fine. I like so the commercials were made by Tim. He does such a good job with this kind of stuff. That is why he does what he does and why he's one of my vendors and I'm one of his clients.
Yeah, funny how that works, huh? Anyway,
I know.
I'm gonna make sure I hit the right button and not advertise the wrong thing. Here we go.
Welcome to Insurance by Design, the expert in crafting tailored employee benefits packages, working with both your English and Spanish-speaking staff. Led by the acclaimed Gladys Boutwell, we're licensed to serve you in Oregon and Washington. Gladys brings a wealth of expertise with an MBA in international business and leadership, and is a certified insurance counselor. Honored for her contributions to Latino equity in Oregon, Gladys is also a best-selling author. Her book, Health Insurance Secrets Revealed, is revolutionizing how we understand insurance. With bilingual prowess, Gladys enhances communication, making insurance smoother and easier for all your employees. Is your website attracting the traffic and engagement it deserves? At SimpleEasyWebsites.com, we specialize in transforming ordinary websites into extraordinary experiences. Our experts know what it takes to make your online presence stand out and succeed. Gain valuable insights and tailored strategies with our professional website review. Don't let your website be just another page in the digital world. Visit SimpleEasyWebsites.com now and book your consultation today.
All right, and yes, my commercial is a little shorter than Gladys's. I don't know why.
I don't know either, but it's so mellow and so it just grabs you in.
Mine doesn't. Yeah, mine doesn't have that Mexican theme music to it.
Nothing wrong with that. The Latina. We might have to put some Colombian music in there, some Caribbean vibes or something.
Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, all right, we do thank you guys for coming by every week. We love doing this podcast every week. Gladys and I are going to do something together here when she's in Dallas in the next 2 weeks. So stay tuned. We'll probably record it live, record it, and then put it on our Facebook. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and follow us on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. That way you can see some of the stuff we do. All right. And if you're in the Insiders Club, maybe we'll send you an invite to hang out with us in Dallas.
That's right. And we say we're on all the channels, so you can listen to us on all the channels. But with Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, you get to see our mugs. So that's part of the fun. You get to see all the colors and the things. So that's part of the fun.
It is. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a good week. And as we always say, cheers.
Cheers, y'all.